A well-executed breakout is critical to team success. A well-executed investment plan is critical to financial success. Let me develop a plan with your goals in mind.
John Moore reporting for sportsandmore.com from the forum at Halifax at the 2016 Esso Cup, joined by Moncton Hawks coach Dave Hinkley. And Dave, I want to talk to you about your son, an underage who is playing Hockey Canada or Hockey New Brunswick, granting him exceptional status. Tell me about the decision to apply for that exceptional status.
Basically, our approach was never really crossed my mind at the beginning of last year. There is a deadline in January where you have to make a decision. As December rolled around, he really started showing signs that he could possibly do it. And then there is quite a process to go through. And so we applied, and he was granted exceptional status in April. I believe he went to the U14 camp with the 2003 age group, and he's an 04, of course. And he came in ranked, I believe, second overall, which is what he needed to do, I believe, in the top 3 or 4 on in his position. So he had a great camp, and the rest is history. But it's a big decision based on, not only skill and size and stuff like that, but also socially, making sure he's mature enough. And he is, so that was a big part of it, and we decided we felt he was. So yeah, he was granted status, and off we are to Bantam.
Yeah, what was your biggest concern, not just as a coach, but as a dad? What was your biggest concern for your son moving up to this level?
The biggest concern, I think, the whole reason to pursue this is for him to be challenged. And then at the same time, on the flip side, you're worried that maybe he's challenged too much and maybe regress a bit. So you're all, in the back of your head, you have that worry thing to worry about. But overall, I mean, we were pretty confident moving forward. Getting him on the ice during the season with older boys to see how he adapted. He played some tournaments in the summer with older guys like 02s and 03s and adapted well. So we had a pretty good feeling coming in the season that he'd be able to compete.
As a 12-year-old playing against the 13 and 14-year-olds, how has he been in your lineup?
He's adapted well. The physical side of things has been really no issue at all. He's a big lad for his age. He's 5'10", roughly 160. He worked really hard this summer to get physically strong for this, put on about 20 pounds of muscle. So that part there has been, at one point I believe he's been leading our team in hits, to be honest. So it's kind of to joke around with the older boys. They pick on him for that. But so that part hasn't been, much of an adjustment at all. He actually relishes in that department. He's playing in all situations, which I think is important. I try to get all the guys on. We're here to develop. So, I mean, he's a part of that. He's fitting nicely. He has some growing pains here and there, but don't they all? So, I mean, the biggest thing is to learn from them and realize that he's at this level to get better. And I think staying in Pee Wee probably wouldn't have been challenged the way he should have been. And that's where you pick up all your bad habits. So I think it's a good thing for him, for sure.
How's it gone? Tell me, here we are in December, so you've had a good taste, a good 2 or 3 months?
Not too much points, but I feel like I'm holding my own, and good plus minus is what matters for me. And I feel our team's doing pretty good so far, and I hope it goes that way, it stays that way.
What has been the biggest challenge? What has been the biggest adjustment?
I think the pace. I adjusted to it quick, but at start I felt slower, but it got better, and I got used to everything, and yeah.
So tell me about your progression moving forward.
Well, I feel more confident. I keep getting more confident and better with the puck. I feel I find it easier to make decisions, and that's pretty much it.
And what is your plan going forward? Obviously, there's still a half a season or so to go here, but what's your plan moving forward?
Well, team-wise, definitely want to make Atlantics, get up, and hopefully even win there. It's going to be a long ride, though. It's going to be tough. And for me, continue playing here and then maybe move on somewhere else.
You're from Nova Scotia, and yet you're back here. How strong is that connection with Nova Scotia? You were born here, lived the first 6 years?
Well, I lived over in Cape Breton, so I don't have much of a connection with Halifax. But my dad lived here for a while, and there's not really much of a connection. But I'm from here. It feels good when I'm here.